Tuesday, June 10th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. There's a look. Once again, I like showing this camera a lot of times at the top of the video, and that's the Avalon Pier web camera there along the North Carolina Outer Banks. Looking pretty stormy out there. Looks like a pretty good little thunderstorm out there over the Atlantic this morning. It's warm and very muggy, 76 degrees. The temperature there along the Outer Banks, wind out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. There's your highs from yesterday around the region. 90s creeping back into the picture. A 95 in Columbia, 92 in Fayetteville. Raleigh clipped 90. It was mid to upper 80s across the Interstate 85 corridor. Mountains even in the 80s too. And it's pretty muggy and humid. Mild out there this morning, 60s and a lot of 70s once you get over into South Carolina and eastern parts of North Carolina. These are 5:30 a.m. temperatures this morning. Some patchy fog in some spots too, especially the foothills and scattered locations out into the Piedmont this morning. Look at these dew point temperatures, mid-60s for a good chunk of the Piedmont, and then look at the 70s for those dew point temperatures and the sandhills over through the coastal parts of North Carolina. Very, very sticky morning underway. And dew point temperature will be up into the at least uncomfortable scale, and as you just saw, occasionally up into the oppressive part of the scale here, not only today, but over the next several days as well. Okay, yesterday had the disturbance roll through late afternoon and into the evening, generated a pretty good coverage of scattered storms. Another little disturbance moving in right now into the western Carolinas, but it is falling apart. But you look back close to the Mississippi River, I think that next disturbance will probably roll our way and bring us again some scattered evening thunderstorms as we go through the course of today. Things are relatively quiet in a good chunk of North Carolina now, the exception of course being over the eastern parts of North Carolina. Some pretty big lightning producing thunderstorms early this morning over that way. And again, you can see that next disturbance weakening as it pulls on in. Now this was the radar as we went through the afternoon and evening hours yesterday. Pretty good complex of storms developed and moved on through. There were some big lightning producers, some hail in some spots, and some reports of wind damage. They were concentrated in a couple of different areas, the wind damage was, and the wind damage report was, and you had a big concentration of wind damage reports in Randolph County and a few of them back into Wilkes County, wind gust in Rowan County as well. But look at the number of wind damage reports there in Randolph County, including several reports of trees down in Randleman about 9 o'clock in the evening, a little bit earlier further to the southwest in the county. You had some trees blown onto power lines, that type of deal as yesterday unfolded. And you also had some sporadic heavy rain reports. You can see 1 to 2 inches of rain in a couple spots yesterday where the thunderstorms were most concentrated, and that continued on over into the eastern parts of North Carolina overnight as well. Currently, at the time I'm cutting the video, again, there's your area of showers and thunderstorms. It's been moving through eastern parts of North Carolina now. That continues to advance further to the east. There's the precipitation with our next decaying disturbance. It's moving on in this morning. I don't think that's going to really cause any major activity this morning. But again, off to the west, we'll see what happens with this activity. Could very well generate another one of those little convectively induced vortexes that winds up bringing us some evening thunderstorms today. Now, here's how this plays out. And this could very well be a day where through the afternoon, just a couple of isolated storms pop up, especially in the foothill areas, but then a little better chance of some scattered storms rolls in around sunset as that next little disturbance rolls on in. So that kind of looks like the deal today. Maybe the evening hours in a good chunk of the Piedmont that features the best chance of seeing some scattered thunderstorms. Look at the temperatures for highs today. It's going to be a hot and steamy day. 91 Charlotte and Greensboro, 95 in Fayetteville, 95 in Columbia, Raleigh at 93. Now let's take a peek at how we're looking tomorrow, and I think we're looking at a scattered coverage of showers and thunderstorms for our Wednesday. Still pretty hot too, highs around 90 plus in a good chunk of the region. And then on Thursday, very good, healthy coverage of showers and thunderstorms. Looks like it's on the way. Concentrated around the afternoon and the evening hours. Temperatures back down a bit due to more clouds and a better coverage of showers and thunderstorms. And before I wrap up the video, quick spin around the tropics. All is quiet out there here. And by the way, of course, if you're watching us on Time Warner Cable News, we do those tropical updates for you at 21 minutes and 51 minutes past the hour. Tropical update showing you quiet conditions in the Gulf of Mexico. Caribbean Sea is largely very, very quiet as well. So is the Atlantic Ocean. Really no sign of any tropical development out there anytime soon. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Stay cool, have a great day, and God bless.